So, for those of you who connected into yesterday's exercise, you may have felt many different things arise, and tomorrow's exercise we are following on from the activation of today. So, we are many, many, many bodies. We are physical, we are mental, we're emotional, and we're energetic. And what we are going to do, hey Kate, hey Shari, what we really want to be tapping into is we're going to look at the activation of our energetic self. So in our womb space, it is the cauldron of our life force energy. Hey Leanie, and the cauldron of our life force energy is where we get to activate to really help spread around that life force throughout our body. Because what happens is we walk around completely unactivated, completely not tapped into, and trying to almost force this energy within ourselves that almost isn't even activated, isn't even turned on, isn't even pulled. And the reason we're going to do this is because the more we do this, the more it actually increases. And when I say the more it increases, the more we get to really tap into this never-ending well spring of this beautiful life force energy. So I've kept some notes because I don't want to stray from this. So this is where some of you may have heard of Kundalini energy, some of you may have heard of Chi, life force energy. There's all these different names for them, and essentially they all exist in the wellspring of your womb space. Hey Stephanie. And why it's so important to activate this is because if we aren't able to activate this, then we're also not able to activate our pleasure. So when we are able to really turn these on and strengthen the upheaval, the rise, because what happens is we tap into this area and we activate and it starts to really rise throughout ourselves. When we start to do this, what happens is we actually start to emit this energy because it's who we be. It is us, essentially. It is us. And it's this never-ending energy that we have access to. So one of the ways in which we're going to do this is we are going to tap into our PC muscles. So there's a very nice long medical term for this, but let's call them PC muscles. And basically these PC muscles are, some of you may have experienced them when, if you've done Kundalini yoga and you have heard or been, had an experience of holding your root lock or your Mula Bandha. Some of you, a lot of you, every one of you, will have also had an experience of activating these specific muscles that are going to help to tap into this energy when you go to the toilet. So Kundalini energy is super interested to learn so much more. Yes, and Kundalini energy is our life force energy, it is our Chi, it is essentially, it's all in that area of the cauldron of our womb. So this is what we're going to tap into over the tomorrow. So we get to activate these PC muscles, and so the PC muscles are located, they're the muscles that are the ones that we use when we stop ourselves going from the toilet. They're the ones that we use also in activating our mula bandha, and they're also the muscles that really run through all of our sexual organs as well. And the reason why we're going to use these is because they are essentially located in the sitting area of our womb space. So, hi Lisa. So what happens is we're going to focus on activating these muscles, because if we have weak PC muscles, then our ability to experience pleasure is going to be harder, or it's going to suffer a little bit. So we get to really focus on activating this. The other thing, this is one of my favorites, Alini. I feel like you'll really love this. The other thing in this practice is, which was introduced yesterday as well, is movement. And this movement gets to be a beautiful slight tilt of the hips. So let's look at the PC muscles. So if you were to place one of your hands on the top of your pubic bone, essentially where your pubic hair starts, and also the other one at the top of your butt crack, which is almost like your coccyx. That's the front, that's the area of your PC muscles, but directly in the center of your body. And then it's also obviously in the bowl of your pelvis, which are your hip bones and your hip area. So we're going to drop it essentially in the center point of that, which is what we did yesterday in our exercise. This time what we're going to do is we're going to activate these PC muscles and also include a rock. And you may notice specific things arise as you do this. I'm not going to speak a lot into this because it is very, very personal, and the experience can be, very, very different for each person. What I will say is, when we get to activate this life force, this energy within ourselves, it is magnetic, and it magnifies the practice that we did in yesterday's practice, in the sense that it also helps us to come alive. So yesterday we dropped into our home base, which is where all these things reside, and today we get to activate that more. And you'll notice that, you might feel different things arise. You might feel turned on. You might feel desire. You might feel pleasure. You might feel at home within yourself. You may feel perhaps that you actually want to cry, and that's perfect as well. Just know that whatever you feel is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So keeping in mind, as we do this practice, we get to really drop into the 3 things that help us to stay in our physical sense, in our body, which is sound, breath, and movement. And as you do this, you will notice that you may wish to make sounds, you'll be moving anyway, and you'll notice that you will be able to really tap into allowing the rhythm of the rocking that you do and the pumping of these muscles to really coincide with your breath as it comes in and as it goes out. So again, a reminder, if you do have any questions around this practice, then please feel free to let me know. This is a really, really great one for turning on our magnetism. And you get to be in that. You get to feel that. You get to feel that because you deserve to. So if you have any questions, let me know. And please, as always, I'd love if you could jump on and let me know how you go, or even just shoot me through a message. It's so beautiful when we all get to experience everyone else's journey because everyone is different. And hey, Glenda, everyone's different, and it is delicious. It's so delicious. This is one of my favorites. So enjoy the practice and let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to hearing how you go for day 4. I love you.